Yes. Welcome to the Footy with Chelsea fan corner. The Chelsea guys are in the building. This is episode 3 of the Chelsea fan corner on Footy with podcast. On the last episode, it was only TJay that was available. And now, today, full house. We have Amajoe in the building. Amajoe, what's up? Say hello to your
How
fans.
you guys doing?
And also, calling in from somewhere in Lagos. TJ, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, though. How you doing, Malga?
Good. And also Chimamaka, how you doing?
Yeah, bro, it's good to be back again. Been a while, but sorry we are talking in darkness and our voice is the light that you're going to be listening to.
But
It's good to be here again, guys.
the way you guys are sounding like as if Chelsea lost. So what should Manchester United fans do?
No, now we shouldn't be compared to those guys now.
No, you shouldn't.
Anyways, I'm not looking for any trouble. My own is just to come and anchor to this
You
program.
started the trouble.
Mine
You
is just to
started
look.
the trouble. Don't worry.
Mine is just to look for to anchor this. Our talking point: Everton against Crystal Palace. Everton yesterday at home, first game of the season. Didn't have a striker, but had a Gordon that played the false nine position. But Chelsea was able to deal with them. And I will share the stats of the game yesterday. Percentage position is 62.7 to that of Everton 37.3. Shots on target, Chelsea had 6. Shots, total shots 15 to 8. Chelsea came tops there. And also touches, Everton had 533. Chelsea had 778. For passes, Everton had 335. Chelsea had 566. Tackles, 24 to Everton, 19 to Chelsea. And also clearances, 27-16. Corners, 16 to 4. Offside, 2 to Chelsea, 0 to Everton. Yellow cards, 3 to Everton, 2 to Chelsea. Fouls considered, 14 to Everton, 11 to Chelsea. So it was total domination, actually. But the domination, or the dominance, didn't in the goal scored. Also were able to score from Jorginho in the penalty, and was a penalty that Jorginho scored late towards in the first half. But let me just leave it open to you guys. I'm gonna go first. What's your reaction of yesterday's game?
Okay, yesterday's games to me, I enjoy it because I'm like this is why and the reason why I tell people that from this touch the match now we think that I'll try it out, which I disagree with. So that's another reason why I talk that don't listen to that. So yesterday, if Thiago Silva didn't play that match yesterday, 4-1, I could clean cut chances that scored. It's because Thiago Silva was there. If you don't get an outright 9, we are going to I know we're going to we may concede little amount, but we'll struggle. I'm not impressed. I'm not. I'm hoping to, and I was impressed with
Amajoe is
for
always
their debuts.
critical of Chelsea.
Yeah. I expect more now. Yesterday was mediocre performance. It's just I remember when I used to watch Man U under all those backward passes, seeing defenders passing to defender. There was no efficacy in attack. There was no of the ball wasn't moving. No, I don't know if it's only me, but that's just how I didn't enjoy this match. We got the 3 points, but I wasn't impressed.
Like,
Yeah,
man, it was frustrating. I wouldn't lie. Like, honestly, it was really frustrating. But then, just looking at the only positive, I was just having like with the guys, the new signings like Koulibaly, he really performed. Sterling also his runs, his breaking, like he really, really did perform. But then again, having our old guys, man, yeah, I know Chilwell was recovering, but then again, like the performance was so lackluster. Cucurella coming in also, yeah. Even though if it was like within a short period, but then again, I still saw him perform well. There were some guys that were looking to start, and like I was shocked that why was Kova on the bench? Like what was going on? I didn't bring him in. Then you have the likes of Gallagher also, boys that are hungry. Then again, you still didn't bring him in early. You would then like I was just like, no, now this isn't how it's meant to be. We were meant to like see that game with more goals. Even that one, we just let me just say we were scrapping for a win. Like no, now I really didn't expect that. That was not the ginger that was in me for our first game, basically.
Well, I have too many things to say. I'll be very critical about the whole thing, but at the same time, I would also want to buttress more on the team we are playing against. First of all, is it's an Everton team that has not lost against. Oh, sorry, Chelsea has not beaten them since 2017. It's a long time, and let's not forget we just broke
Sorry,
Everton's
Chimamaka. Sorry,
yeah,
let me just.
yeah.
Sorry that I'm cutting you. Just hold that thought. Amajoe, it seems you're using a Bluetooth earpiece, and I think your connection, because at the first time when you were talking, Chimamaka and TJ couldn't hear you. You were kind of like
Mm.
coming in and out. I don't know. Can you get a? Can
Can
you
I?
get yeah, more like an earphone that can allow you probably just an earphone with a cord rather than you using the Bluetooth, because there's always an issue with Bluetooth connection. It breaks
Oh,
when you
is it
talk.
better now?
Hopefully, maybe when you talk, we'll get to know. But let Chimamaka continue from where he stopped
Okay,
or where I patched in.
okay, no
Sorry.
problem.
All right. So I would like to be critical about both teams actually. We are talking about an Everton team that Chelsea has not beaten since 2017 in their home, and we're also talking about an Everton team that uh, that have always been a problem to Chelsea when we are in their home. So you wouldn't rule that out. Let's not forget that Lampard got to the 3 points against Chelsea at the end of last season when we are expecting Everton to get relegated. It only tells you something. That place is a very difficult place to go to first. Then on Chelsea's side, yeah, I'll be critical about the team. We lack some certain kind of players that if infused into or if bought and infused into that team would create what we want to be seeing. Now, what that Chelsea team lacks, and it was still my same complaint as at last season, we lack that creativity in the midfield. It has been a problem in the past year. It has been a problem in the past 2 years. Now it's the same thing we are suffering. We
Exactly.
thank God for the is we thank God for the influence of a Raheem Sterling that we just got. If we have two of Raheem Sterling in the middle of the park, I believe getting goals wouldn't be as difficult as we find it to be now. Now, if you have this kind of creative, um, forward-thinking midfielders, it makes the job easy. We saw what happened yesterday. The only creativity we had in the whole game was whenever the ball was at the feet of Prime Sterling. There was no other person playing a creative kind of football. We played the normal English pattern. You take the ball, direct it to the goal mouth, you lose the ball, you attack it, so there was no creativity whatsoever from any player. Mason Mount should also take the boots for that. Yesterday he played. Actually, he was missing in the game. That is why you cannot
It was.
connect to a Kai Havertz up front. That is why you cannot connect to a Kai Havertz up front, except we have complete set of creative thinking midfielders. Yesterday, I wouldn't condemn our midfield. I wouldn't condemn our midfield. Kante was wonderful. Jorginho was close to perfect. But we need creativity going forward, especially on the right side of attack. On the left, we have a Ryan Sterling who can do well. On the right side, we don't have anybody there, and that is going to be our
We have
undoing
the
for the rest
wizard
of the
now,
season. Except,
but he's just tapped
except,
out basically.
well, I don't know. I have too much to say actually, but going forward, I believe we need another creative midfielder that would add little bite to the attack. We have very sharp attackers, quite all right, but they cannot do the job alone. Except they
the
have
problem is the
quality
formation.
from the midfield. I still don't
You
see
know,
the formation as the problem.
and
Sincerely,
Honestly
all we
speaking, I
just need
don't
is
you
see
all we
it
don't.
just,
as
in
a
my own
problem
Okay,
because
opinion.
everyone keeps on saying back four, back four. Let's play back four. But now we have everything. We saw this back four performance in the preseason, and it really didn't favor us basically.
Well, if you
I'm
if
not
you
even
if you're
saying we
talking
should
about
play
a back
back
four,
four, but I'm saying like if we're playing a back three,
yeah.
what do you when you mean creative midfielder, you mean like someone to replace either Jorginho or Kante, or you're talking on like the right wing?
Now, now what we play going forward with three at the back, we only have
Mm-hmm.
the three in front. Let's not forget we are playing five players in the midfield. Five players in
Yeah,
the midfield. Who are the five players? You have that is two wing backs, that is both right and left. You have two number six
mommy,
in the
I'm
place of Jorginho and Kante. Now, Kante is the only player out of the both number six who has the license to dart forward and come back easily. Now, the fifth man in the midfield should stand as at least a creative influence that would give the front two um, swift movements and so many ideas up front. Now we had a
so
we
are you
had we
trying to
had
say like
at the beginning of the
Mount
attack. Hold on, I'm coming.
Mount
At the beginning of the
okay.
game, we played three up front with Sterling, Havertz, and Mason Mount, if you remember. But in that formation,
Yes,
we should be having two attackers. I don't know if you understand. The last man, the person who's
and
going to
one person
stand as a
behind them.
number eight behind. Yes, you understand. The man who is going to be
Okay,
there
I
is
get
supposed
you.
to have a good connection between his number six himself and attack. So he is the missing link. He's the missing piece between our defensive midfield and our strike force. I don't know if you understand. So that's what we lack. Now, if you're going to talk about using a 4-4-2 formation, it only tells you that we are going to have two center backs and two wing backs, not wing backs in this regard, but two full backs in this regard. Then using a four, that is, I'm trying to use a 4-4-2. Still using a 4-4-2, you still need, irrespective, you need a creative man going forward. Even if you're going to apply your game on the wing, you need a creative midfielder. Now, if you're going to play a 4-4-2, I see Ryan Sterling doing that job as being the creative force up there. That is if we are using a 4-4-2. But we realize that Sterling's strength is plying his trade on the left side of attack. So now, since our comfort is on playing three behind, we should get to understand that playing three behind gives us room to have, or gives us room to have two creative midfielders up front. The problem with three behind and the Thomas Tuchel formation only tells us that he uses three centre backs and two defensive midfielders, irrespective of how they move going forward and come back. It is two defensive midfielders are two defensive midfielders, not attacking midfielders. That is our undoing, which tells us that the only problem we should try to sort out now is, since we are playing three at the back, we should have a creative midfielder in front, which is going to be the
So what
connection
you are
between
saying is
the
now
defensive midfielder and the
remove
attacker.
either one of Kante or Jorginho now.
No, you can instead keep a missing mount. In my opinion, if you have a creative midfielder, sincerely, I'll be very frank with you. It's either you keep a missing mount, because missing mount actually plays direct football. I'm judging from what we played yesterday, though. I'm not judging from several
Okay.
games. I'm judging from what we played yesterday and in preseason too as well. If you are going to play with this kind of formation, you must have creativity, and that is what the team is lacking. What we played all through last season, we are direct football. Now I see reason why Chelsea went all out for the Rafinha. It only tells me that yes, this is the idea this man is bringing in. He went out for a Sterling, he got a Sterling. He went out for a who can play 1v1 conveniently. I don't know if you're understanding where I'm coming from. 1 versus 1,
I get
they
where
are
you're coming
very,
from.
very good. So if we get another 1 versus 1 kind of attacker, I believe is going to help our attack line. So I think that is just the
So
missing
who do
piece
you feel
in the
like
attack
for
going
what do you
forward.
feel is the solution for this now? Or who do you think we have that supplements what you're talking
No,
about?
if it's what we have presently, we don't have that. Sincerely, if it's what we have, if we are going to work with what we have, we
And
don't
do you
have
know
that
anyone?
now.
Do you think there's anywhere in the market that can get someone like that? Which I doubt.
But it's not willing to come out. There is someone I've watched so well in the market, but I don't think he'll be willing to come at this time, except there's somebody else. And the person I'm talking about is Rafael
Who is that?
Leao of AC Milan, the
Of AC
Portuguese in
Milan.
AC Milan.
Not coming.
Yes.
That boy is
So he's do that and do a very wonderful job at that. But we cannot say we are going to buy him now because he's not wanting to leave AC Milan. So we should look for somebody in that frame, in that mood, who is physical, who can dribble conveniently, and he has eye for goal. It makes the attack too.
So are
That's
you
my
trying to
opinion,
say
though.
right now
what
in
what
our squad we don't have anyone that can fill those shoes, basically?
There's
that's my
nobody. I
problem.
can.
Kai Havertz can't
There's
shoot.
nobody.
Exactly, he
That
can
guy
be
can't
dropped into that
shoot.
position. No, but seriously, he can be dropped into that position, honestly speaking, and he's going to flourish.
He
I
does
believe
everything perfect apart from shooting. Like it's crazy.
Well, you have a point. You have a point. You
Another
have
thing
a
again, I
point.
feel Gallagher can be molded into that also.
Now
Yes.
that is
Gallagher is
that's
that good.
something. There are even players I would actually want them to take that role, but knowing the fact that Thomas Tuchel and the starting player I'm going to be picking for that position is not ready for that. That is the frame of Mateo Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic is a player that connects the defense to the attack conveniently. I don't know if you
There's no
understand.
one like
And if that guy can be molded to becoming an active number 8, or in the position he will play conveniently in number 10, that will help the attack
But
because
you know
he's the
the
only
problem with
person who I
Kovacic.
feel is creative there.
But Kova
You know
doesn't
the problem
shoot
with
all that
Kovacic?
much also. That's
Final
another thing.
pass.
He doesn't shoot all that much.
Yeah, he does exactly. Now, he's not the kind of attacker that has his eye on goal. That's the only problem I see with Kovacic. If he has his
That's the
eye
thing.
for goal, wow. If that guy adds that eye for goal to the kind of football he plays, I'll guarantee you that guy
He would
would
have been
at least he'll be tipped for
perfect.
he'll be perfect. I don't know if you understand. He'll be perfect. But now we don't have that. And it's looking like Kovacic is there to replace a Jorginho one way or the other. And the Gallagher that we are even tipping to also try to take that position is also being kept as an understudy for Jorginho or Kante. So that is where we are missing this. Gallagher played a different position for Crystal Palace last season. He played directly behind their two attackers, which gave him room to score the amount of goals he scored last season. So if he's molded into such kind of frame, I believe he can do it. It's not necessarily he must have the play. We know what Frank Lampard did in Chelsea. Frank Lampard was always behind the striker. That's why he was able to do over 200 goals for Chelsea. The only advantage he had is because he had his eye for goal. Flair, he didn't have the flair. He's a direct British kind of a British build of a midfielder. But his eye was there for the him into such kind of player who Lampard is. Oh my God. Oh
So bad
my God.
in here because you guys have been giving the Tuchel tactics, and I know it's not easy to be the manager really, but still on this Everton Chelsea reviewing, just reacting to the game. Are you guys confident enough in what Chelsea have at the moment? Because we're still going to talk about predictions for Chelsea's next game, which is against Tottenham on Sunday at the bridge. But looking at everything that happened
Mm.
yesterday, are you confident as a Chelsea fan that this season is going to be a good season for Chelsea? Let me start with Amajoe.
Okay, me personally, I'm a very, very positive person. I will never, I will never go to the negative side because I always believe whatever is your reality. But let's talk. Let me be a pessimist for now. Against Tottenham, I always feel we're always going to beat Tottenham. Any match we enter to play Tottenham, regardless of the form Tottenham is on, I always feel we're going to win. But entering into this season, I wasn't the most confident. The other season I was as less confident as this was our 2015 season. The season after we won the Premier League. I'm getting glimpses of that season, but hopefully we will not. It won't be that bad. But I'm not really confident, but I'm optimistic. I'm hoping for the best because transfer window is still on. You can still get in some signings before this month is over. So I'm
Basically,
just still
our
optimistic,
priorities are in the
but
defense. From the look of things, they are not looking.
that's
To,
another problem. Why are we prioritizing this defense too much?
I really don't
We
understand
need
why.
attackers. We need attackers. Our problem is to score goals. That's the problem. I'm going to struggle to score goals this season. I don't want anybody. They are not seeing it. I don't want that. To me, that I feel that's the biggest
TJ,
issue.
over to you because I know you wanted to react to what Amajoe was saying.
Okay, what was it about us facing Tottenham?
No, like based on the question that I asked, that looking at yesterday's performance against Everton, are you confident as a Chelsea fan that this season is going to be a good season for Chelsea as compared to last season?
I believe so. I just believe that that magic is going to kick in. That spark is definitely going to set in. Once the boys, like I said in our last session, we have a lot of guys that are very, very hungry. Like they are extremely hungry. Everybody wants that shirt. Everybody wants to be the first name on in the starting lineup. So if you are slacking up, honestly speaking, you're going to be benched. I really need somebody in that forward to compete with the likes of Harvard, the likes of Mount. So then everybody's up on their game because once you're slacking off, you know straight up the bench is for you. So if everybody's on their toes, the performance is going to be massive. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be large. So I see us going far. I see us succeeding. I actually see trophies, if I'm being honest. In my own perspective, though, I see trophies. So it's just the first match, but yes, we did, like I said, we didn't do as expected. But then I know it's something that is going to pick up, most certainly. I just need them to
Chimamaka.
prioritize some key signings. Basically, that's it.
Chimamaka.
In my opinion, we will still end up where we ended up last season. Reason being that there is something about the Chelsea blood. We know how to grind out results, we know how to grind out performances. But if we are going to be factual with each other, there are some things that we are lacking that we need to get fast now, and that's is in our attack. Last season we scored 77 goals, and that in my opinion was actually bad because we created so many chances and lost too many chances as well. So it's part of all those things we're talking about. And what I expect from Chelsea Football Club is, since the transfer window is still open, we should go all out for an attacker. I think our defense is perfect. I think our defense is good. Probably we just need to add one more person in our defense, but that attack is totally needed. We need
Look at the attacker
one or
now.
two guys in the attack.
Exactly. See
We have
Haaland that
mediocre
they sign.
as it is
See Haaland that they sign. And
as
when
it
he
is
signed the
presently.
attacker, oh God, I'm
As it
frustrated.
is, we are losing Timo Werner. One, we would likely lose Callum Hudson-Odoi. Two, and we're also going to be
Yes.
losing Hakim Ziyech, AC Milan, very soon. That's three of our attacking players. So I don't know what Thomas Tuchel is thinking. I don't know what
Well,
the board
exactly.
members are thinking.
Then again,
I wanted to
we,
point to
we
that because I know as a football fan, seeing strikers like seeing a striker like Werner, seeing Austin Adoy, and this other player you mentioned, they are good enough to add quality to any team. So is this a function of the manager in TT not actualizing the resources that he have at the
No,
moment?
Timorena is not good. No, yeah, I don't agree.
most of them,
Timorena is not good.
the Premier League has its own what would I call his own spirit. It's not
Shenanigans. Yep.
it's not easy for every striker to come in there and pick. There was this striker from Deportivo so he was so hot in La Liga. He came to Arsenal and he flopped. So it's something usually though, like it happens. But then there
Timorena is not meant to. I don't think that guy is a footballer.
we have
I think he's an
Amando.
athlete.
Honestly
He's
speaking,
just a
even when
sprinter.
Broja came in, I was looking at Broja being the center man, but he had
Yeah.
to drop flank. Like these are oh god, we just need to capitalize on this. That's what is paining me. Like I wish I could just sit there and say, bros, capitalize on
I
this.
feel they should give bro more playing time too, Sha.
I want let Albert know that this shirt is not setting for him. You don't pick up
Because
you're
I liked
getting
what I saw from bro yesterday.
honestly speaking, same here. Irrespective of how little the minutes were, I saw something. And although he didn't train much with them, he wasn't with them during the preseason, but then you could see the guy was actually sharp in his own way.
Yes.
Give him more chances, he's going to deliver.
Havertz, I don't. He thinks the world revolves around his pace. That's my problem with Havertz. He does everything. He's technically gifted, though. He does everything perfectly well. But like, football is faster than that. Nobody's going to wait for you to react. Like, see the chance that he missed first. That they literally sold us that ball. I can't remember who remembers that chance. That they gave us the ball. Then he was just moving. Before he shot, they already cleared it. I'm like, guys, shoot this ball fast. Nobody's going to wait for you. It's frustrating at times. I wasn't.
Okay, so
happy,
because
I
of
wasn't
time,
happy
because of
yesterday.
time, because Amajoe seems not to be happy, but you should be happy because there are some teams that in the Premier League yesterday, this game week 1, that 0 points is what they have on the board right now. Even they played in front of their fans. They played in front of their fans, and 0 points.
Manchester United.
Well, I
Just say Man U. Why are you trying to do?
Manchester United.
Aston Villa lost against the newly
Well,
promoted
I
side.
have too many things to say.
Do you understand? So Aston Villa lost against.
It's not new. It's not new. It's not new in the Premier League. In the Premier League, you have offsets, you have upsets, you have
Exactly.
good days, you have bad days. So that's how it is. Now, it's the Chelsea thing we are talking about now. This period. If Manchester United likes, they should go to their next game and go and flop.
I'm just trying to give instances that there is light at the end of the tunnel because game week 1.
No, we can't.
Chelsea have.
Not
They have.
feel like at the
That
time.
was just
No. Hold on. I am. See, my job here is just to anchor this episode. I'm not arguing, and
but
I'm not.
my should not come. Like we can't be comparing now. Forget.
It was not only Manchester United. Someone mentioned Manchester United, not me. So I called Aston Villa. Aston Villa lost to a newly promoted side. You could see Liverpool. They had to scrap for that draw yesterday. And look at
Fulham played beautiful football.
So-
Wow.
Yeah, I know
That was
they played beautiful football, but see, they ended up having 1 point on the board. And the goal that's used in equalizing yesterday, you could see was a mix-up from the Fulham defenders or the Fulham players. So having 3 points on the board is something. So let's just move straight because of time. Prediction. Now, I would like to address this way because most Chelsea fans, I think they revel or they love Antonio Conte because it was a former manager. And a lot of most Chelsea fans that I've met have really topped and big up what Antonio Conte is doing. And most have even predicted that possibly they could contend for the title this season. So here it is. Perfect. It's written in the stars. Chelsea play Tottenham at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. So Amajoe, your prediction and what you expect from that match.
That my predictions for the game or what I expect from the match?
What you expect and also your prediction.
Okay, from what I know, I feel from that game, Chelsea are going to dominate possession. 'Cause I feel Conte wants to play us on the counter. Yeah, but from that match, I feel our defense will be more stable. But I predict a 2-1 scoreline. Chelsea in the favor of Chelsea to win. 2-1. Yes, a
TJ,
2-1 scoreline.
Me, I'm predicting a 2-0 score line in favor of Chelsea. Being my back is still the same solid back I saw perform against Everton, certainly a 2-0 for score line. I see us taking total control of the game, honestly speaking. I really don't
Chimamaka.
see them posing
Okay,
much threat.
I wouldn't give it a scoreline. It's going to be a very, very tough one. We don't have Alonso to score for us against Spurs, and we don't have attackers to score against Spurs. We just have defenders to defend against Spurs. So it's going to be a tough one. I don't know the scoreline, but I'm going to give it to Chelsea because they know how to grind results out against Spurs. It's going to be a very difficult one, sincerely. It's going to be a very difficult one.
It
But
will.
I give a victory to Arsenal.
Hey, spin this. I see Sterling scoring his debut goal for Chelsea. Like his first Chelsea goal. I see him scoring it.
That would be
With
lovely in
key
front
on.
of the home fans.
Yeah, it's certain. I see it like certainly. It's
But
sure.
you know, I would really love that because
Anybody if you carry game here, place everything on it too.
you guys know where I pitch my tent. I'm covering this. You know where I pitch my tent. Really love the blue side in
Chelsea to
London
beat Spurs.
to defeat that white side in London. I would really love it, but I can't say more than that. So let me don't go into analysis here. But as we round off, last words on today's episode, starting from Amajoe. What do you expect Chelsea to do transfer window? It's closing September 1st. What players are you looking at Chelsea should get? And your hopes for the remaining days in the transfer window.
Okay, I would like us to sign at least one more attacker, and I'm not in favor of breaking the world transfer record for what's his name? That Leicester defender. What's his name?
Fofana.
Anyway,
Fofana.
what's his name?
For fun.
Fofana.
Wesley Fofana.
I am 100% against it. 100%
Because
against
Chelsea
it.
seems record transfers for almost every position, like wing,
Daily, we
left
have
full
the
back.
highest keeper. We have the highest wing back. Two of the highest wing backs. The highest striker in England. That's like 4 positions already now. What is that? Nah. Just you signing that boy for 80 million, you're putting unnecessary pressure on him. Unnecessary pressure to perform. Like I don't feel that should be it. I don't feel that's the solution. Because I don't feel defense is the problem. I feel we have the problem is to score goals. So go and sign an attacker. If you can sign, I don't know who is on the same page with me, but I want Memphis. That's who I want personally.
Yes, I saw
I want
Depay
Depay.
coming in, but then again,
I want the pay. That's the kind of striker that I need. He links up play perfectly. He can finish. He's skillful. But I don't
I'm
know
even
if
hearing rumors around
but that's
them
if I
looking
have
at
to go for anybody,
Oba.
that's what I'll go for.
Like I see rumors about them looking at Oba coming to Chelsea.
TJ, yeah, you can just take it up from there. What are you looking at? Players coming in for
Honestly
Chelsea?
speaking, if we can steal De Jong, honestly speaking, that's one player I actually want. I wouldn't lie. I just need a creative midfielder, someone that can throw those passes for me, that can connect those passes to the likes of Sterling. Whoever is going to play the right hand side, I don't care. But I just need someone that they can connect those passes to them and let them finish off. Like looking at Eriksen today, now you could see the passes he was giving and how it was connecting and all. So that's what we actually do need.
Great. Chimamaka, just to round off with you. Is Chimamaka still there? I think we lost Chimamaka. But anyways, that will be for today's episode. It's nice doing this with you guys. Match
Talking.
reaction. Oh,
No,
it's your mic.
no. I'm still talking.
Oh, probably you
I'm
were
still
muted.
talking.
Okay.
No, I
So what's?
wasn't.
No, we couldn't hear you.
Yeah. since we are losing three attackers, at least we should bring in two attackers. If we are going to be losing Cho, that is Callum Hudson-Odoi, losing Timo Werner, which is going to happen in less than 72 hours from now, and losing Hakim Ziyech, then it is ideal we bring in two attacking players or two attack-minded players. The idea of bringing Fofana for 85 million pounds is a big no for me. We should go to Brazilian league to go and look for a defender that will cost us 20 million euros and bring him, not spending 80 million on Fofana. No, I know the guy is solid. If I root for him a lot, but if you're going to be spending 85 million on that guy, it's a big no for me. We are going to mount in unnecessary pressure on a 21-year-old player who is yet to achieve anything in football. So we are not ready for that. We don't want unnecessary pressure. Lakaka came and he felt it, and he has become he has played in the shadow of himself, and we don't want we don't want to mount any other monetary pressure on any other person. Fofana is too young to be carrying his 85 million pounds weight on his neck. So for that I don't want. So we need one more defender, I know, at least one more central defender. That's because of reason being because of Thiago Silva. He might not be getting 90 minutes as we expect. He's going to be 38 by next month. So we shouldn't expect him to play 90 minutes week in, week out. So we need another central defender, which is very important. Secondly, we need a striker, or if not a striker, a goal-minded attacker who is going to be playing his straight from the middle. And we need one on the flanks, on the right side of attack. We lack that so much. That is why we cannot connect with playing ball from the right. We played all through from the left yesterday. That is against Everton. On the right, there was no work done from the right-hand side. So we need somebody who's going to apply that trade on that part of attack. So that is 3 players in total. Chelsea needs to go all out to get these 3 players. If they listen to our podcast, they should call me up. I'll give them players they should go for. I think I'll do that for free.
Oh, jeez. Man, thank you guys. You guys have been the best showing up on today's. This is the Chelsea Fan Corner episode on Footy with 3. You can follow us on our social media platform. It's just at Footy with on Instagram and on Twitter. You can also listen to our podcast on any of the platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. And our FPL currently for 2022-2023 is on. A lot of people Jack say yesterday. People that captain Gabriel Jesus, they say.
Yeah.
So
oh, thank God.
Yeah, I actually felt like crying. I had Mitro in my squad. I just did the late swap, dropping him and bringing in Jesus. I felt hot seeing those
Sorry.
2 goals. So
Sorry,
again, I
man.
removed my captain band from Salah. I gave it down to Kane.
Oh,
Now checking the scoreline again. God, I was so pissed.
and
I
Kane
wish
didn't
I
score
could.
yesterday.
Oh, I'm so pissed.
A lot of people that picked
Oh.
Haaland, man, their points would have risen up like crazy. But it is
I
what it
picked him
is,
now.
you know. Yeah, we have close to 180 something managers that joined our FPL this season. Quite much than what we had last
At least
season
it's going to
because
be
of the
tough.
cash. Yeah, it is going to be tough, but like I said, it is what it is. Competition is what makes the best or brings the best out of every one of us. So managers, start doing your tactics right. Get your tactics right. Definitely, you will be good. But thank you very much, guys. It's nice doing this with you guys. Take care and have a blessed week.
Yeah, thanks, Ace.